Yo, it's your boy Rodney Perry. I'm bringing you an evolutionary experience. Hey, it's
India with Designer Accessory Adoption. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for watching this video. I typically load videos once a week on Wednesdays where they are over the topics of pre-loved, secondhand, luxury accessory market, as well as fashion and luxury, etc. So today's topic will be over a review of my Prada Cuir, sorry if I mispronounced that, double tote. This item here I did purchase off of the Preloved market. I sourced it for myself and I really love the color of the handbag. It did not come with this original dust bag, but the thing that really drew me to this handbag were these twist locks. I remember when this bag came out and it retailed for like $3,100. I was, I believe, a college student when it came out. And so obviously I could not afford a handbag that expensive. So years later, it came back around. I was able to source it off of the Preloved market, and I've been very happy with it. So a few features about this bag, like I mentioned, it does have the twist lock, which I think is visually very interesting. It is a top handle style, and it does have the crossbody strap that is adjustable with the Prada logo that you can see there. If it doesn't look like it's going to be as clear, but anyway, I really like the weight of this handbag. I have purchased another bag before it. I got this one and I just was not impressed with it, so I sent it back and got this one instead a few months later. So also Prada logo is on the little twist locks as well, and so you open it like this, like so. So I will admit, because there's no outer pockets, it is a little bit fussy to get inside and out of it if you're at the grocery store or anything like that. So I just usually leave it open so I don't have to like untwist both of the locks to get into it when I'm running around. The other feature of it is this nice Saffiano leather that Prada is very well known for. It is very sturdy and pretty well with scratch resistance. When I got this, I would say that the condition was probably about, I'd say good. There are a few marks on it where there are imperfections, but it wasn't very obvious. There was a slight slouching that, like if you notice this little wrinkling right here, so you can see where it's starting to kind of like dip in and slightly lose its shape. Also, I'll put this a little bit closer. You can see like that mark that's right there. But I mean, if I move it back here, you really can't see it. And it's not very obvious. So I didn't mark that as a major thing to not want the handbag. The other two pieces is there is a little bit of wear, if you can see there on the this area here where you see the glazing. And so it's not so bad and it's not horrible, but you know, it is a slight issue with the glazing there. The other part of this handbag that I like is I like the little hang tag. I thought that was really cool. You could actually put your name in here if you really wanted to. And this lining also matches the lining on the inside. So I really like that it's blue on the outside and the contrast on the inside is this red. So I really like that. And this red lining is leather as well. So I do like that feature about it, in addition to the zipper in the middle that kind of helps with additional organization. And you'll see like the Prada logo on their traditional lining that they use. There's also a slip pocket back here in the back here, as well as a zipper. So it does come with built-in organization, and then you could additionally add like your makeup bag, which will allow you to kind of segment off your makeup, or another little small bag that'll help you segment off your keys, etc., your lip gloss or whatever. Overall, so I do like the structure of the handbag, and that's what drew me to it. It is kind of dipping in here, so if you see that when I took the air paper out, it does have a shape to it, but I do think over time it will start to slouch in just a little bit, so I'll have to be mindful of that. On the side here, it does have kind of like this upside down Y detail, and then there also is the button closure here, so you can open that up to allow for more expansion and the more room in your handbag. Also, this little item right here allows you to hook them both together like this, and then it makes it easier for you to grab your handbag on the go, and you don't have to worry about kind of grabbing both of them if they flop down. The nice thing is that these are not on rings, so pretty much the handles do stand up by themselves. I'm just going to unsnap this so you can see that. See, like I've unconnected it, and the handles do actually still slouch on themselves there. It is starting to see a little bit of wear here. Like you see, this one's not exactly as round as this one. And actually I'm thinking about putting a little scarf on top of it to just make sure that I'm not rubbing the handles and kind of making sure that the wear does not increase on the handles. Overall, the handles are really good, except for that little slight misshape on this side. The handles don't have any cracking on them. So this handbag, in my opinion, came in really good condition. But overall, I do like it. It has bottom feet on there with the Prada logo. And I think, yep, that's everything that I pointed out with this handbag. All right, so measurements for it is the top strap handle drop here is about 6 inches. The width of the handbag at the widest part of the base is 13 inches. The length is what I meant to say. Widest part. And then the width of it is about 6 inches. So it is pretty wide. And the height is about 9.5 inches. So it is a pretty good size handbag. Let me also measure this strap here. So the strap seems to be, and I have it on the 3rd hole. So you could make it shorter from here, but it is on the longest setting. And it's about 19 inches in length. So you can get a decent amount. Actually, I don't have it on the longest setting. I have one more hole left. So without going all the way to the end, I would say add an inch to that. So we're saying about 20 inches in length with this, with the longest setting on this strap here that you can play with. So hopefully that information helps. Please definitely reach out if you have more questions. All right, so next up, I'll just show a little angle of what fits in the handbag. I always find that very helpful when I'm watching other folks on YouTube. All right, so now that the air paper is removed, I'm just gonna turn this flat here so you kind of get a general look to see how wide and how much space you do have in here. So like I mentioned, I do kind of use little organizers to put things in. So this is my Dagny Dover little small pouch here. And I like leaving this open with the 2 flaps closed on the sides here, just so I can easily get to my items. To me, it just does not make sense to kind of leave this zipped closed if you need to get in and out of it and get some lotion or get chapstick or a pen. Then you have to pull it out, unzip it, etc. So I'm going to just stick this in here to kind of show what that looks like. All right, so I put that in the back. This is another Dagny Dover little storage item. It came with another storage compartment that I have, and so I have these separated. So I'll put like keys and other kind of like safety items in here. So I'm just going to take this and leave it unzipped and stick that in. I'm going to put that in the front. Perfect. And then I have another, that other piece, that mesh zippered pencil shape storage item that I had is the other piece of this Dagny Dover pouch. So this one I'm going to put in here as well and leave it open. It has a few items in it. So that way you can kind of get the gist of if this was full, how much could really fit in here. And so far, I haven't changed the full shape of it yet. So you don't see anything bulging out or protruding. So that is good. So let's see what this little item does. It is a little wide, so I don't really see, to me, I don't like things on top of each other. My preference would be I would probably take this out and leave it, put it in my tote. I'm sorry, put it in my other pouch, so that way it just kind of fits in there like that. So this is what you're seeing so far. And so far with those two, I'm just going to turn it to the side. You don't see any bulging. It just makes it actually look a little fuller. You still see a slight depression here. So it's not making anything bulge out. And then I'm just going to put my planner. It's just a little notebook that I have, and put that in there. And I'll just have that right side up. I don't like how that's folded. So what we're going to do with the planner is put it in the middle zipper. So I'm going to put the planner here. And then I have the bigger Dagny Dover pouch here. And then the leather smaller one is down below like that. And I'll take this little Kate Spade wallet and stick it in there on the side. I'm just going to put that on the side vertically like that so you can see. And then next I'll take my phone, my iPhone, which is a iPhone XR. Had to remember, I'm not that into phones. And I'm just going to stick it in a slip pocket here. So there's two slip pockets, if you can see. I'm just going to lift this a little bit and tilt it. So there's two slip pockets at the top here, and here. So you can actually slide one more item in here. So pretty much as I do that, I'm just going to try to close it. So it does make it a little bit fussy to close, as you can see here. So I wouldn't try that too much. But like I mentioned earlier, I would leave this open anyway, so that way I can just get in and out. So I would just leave it open like this, so that way I can easily get in, because you really can't close it. Now this bag is heavy on its own. So with these items in here, it does make it really heavy. So over time, if you're walking around the store, walking long distances, you probably are going to get tired of holding this in your hand. And this is where that shoulder strap is going to come in handy. Now, like I also mentioned, you might want to be mindful of how much you put in here, because it is a weighty bag on its own. And with all of these items, which I would never carry together, because usually I'm just going to the store or something like that. So all of these things are not necessary for me. But for folks that do pack a lot, I just wanted to kind of show how you really could get a decent amount of items in here, and sticking them and planning them in, and planning while you're putting things in places. You could get a decent amount in here to carry. The weight is what you're going to have to worry about. So with that, I'm just easily able to get to whatever I need. I would say realistically, my preference would be to carry probably, why am I singing? I don't know. Sorry about my singing, y'all. I can't sing. I probably carry this much. So I probably take this big tote, this little storage bag out. Now you'll see, still have some room. And I'll leave the organizer in there. My phone's still in its slip pocket. I could use this middle pocket for other things like keys if I wanted to. And then I still have some room on the side to kind of play around with. So as I slid that I'm sorry, not the organizer, but my little planner over, you can see there you got a nice chunk of space on this side right here and an opening. So I think it does carry enough. So pretty much overall, I do like it. Like I mentioned, I like the organization of it. I like the inner lining, that it's lined with leather. I just personally prefer handbags to have a leather lining or suede. Some type of luxurious feeling material, in my opinion, is what all high-end handbags should have. But definitely, if you have any more questions about that bag there, you need help sourcing any other type of handbag or the same type of handbag, whatever, please definitely reach out and let me know. Comments below, thumbs up if you like the video. Please subscribe to my channel, and have a good day.